Yo, what up, is there? And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the image scaling and the benchmarks for it. So first of all, you may be thinking, well, what is the Nvidia image scaling? If you didn't watch my video yesterday, I pretty much explain kind of what it does, and I show how to use it and what it does in the game. And so I will show you how to actually turn it on if you didn't watch that video. And here, I'll just give you a quick little rundown of kind of what it does, and then I'll talk about the control panel or how to go through it. So let's just start with that. So essentially what it does is it scales your game down to a lower resolution, but also sharpens the image to make it not look as bad as the resolution may look like it is. So for instance, if you go down like 50% down, you might go like 19, you might go back down to like 720p, but it's going to look better than 720p, like default 720p, because the image is going to be sharpened as well. Now, first thing first, you got to make sure that you want to actually have it turned on. So to turn it on, we're going to open up our control panel here. To do that, just right click your um, desktop and then press on NVIDIA control panel here. And then this will show up. Now, you have to be on the latest version or the second latest version um, of NVIDIA drivers. So currently this one is on 496.76. The latest version I think is 497.09 or something like that. You can use both those versions, but those are only two versions that work. Now, yes, there is a setting on older versions called, like, I think it's image sharpening. I don't think it's called image scaling, but it's a whole different one. It's not updated. That one's super old. This one they updated, gives you better performance, works better, and it works in the game. I don't think the other one worked in the game like it does with this one. But anyways, all you have to do, go to your manage 3D settings and then click on image scaling. And it's usually off. It should probably off for you, but turn it on. And then for the sharpening percentage, I recommend 10 to 30%. I'm using 20%. You can go higher if you want to use that and test it out. Like I said, I recommend testing this out because it's all personal preference. It's all stuff that you need to test out to see if you like it, because it's all based off of whether you want to view your image, if it's going to be a little bit blurry, or it's not going to be the highest quality. It's not going to be native. It's not going to be 4K. If you play on the 4K, it's going to be a little bit less than that. You'll definitely notice the difference in quality, but sometimes it's not as bad as going to a lower resolution in the actual game. It's better than that because it sharpens the image and makes it look a little bit better. Now, like I said, you also want to turn the overlay indicator to make sure it's on. Now, if it's on or if it's turned off, the icon, which is NIS in the top left, it's very, very small. It will be blue if it's off. It'll be green if it's on, just so you guys know. I recommend you can turn this on when you're testing. If you want to do that, you can just turn this on, and then just when you use resolutions, the main resolution will be your native if you're testing that, and then your other resolution will be in there, and it'll show you the 20%. Now, a way for you to figure out what the resolution is called, because some games have a lot of resolutions imported into their game, and it may be hard to find which resolution this resolution is. Go to your change resolution, and inside of here, you can see scaling resolutions right here. So you can see these are some of the scaling resolutions right here. So 732 by 918, that's 15%. And you can see 1080p 15%, but the hertz is also different for that one as well. So you can see scalings here, but if we go down here, you can see the actual native resolutions for your actual monitor. And so when you scale it down 20%, you won't see the number in here, but you will see it in your game. You'll see it right here. Now that is how to change your resolution and find the resolution that will fit for your computer and whether or not it's actually in the game. Usually when you turn the setting on, all the scaling resolutions will be in your game, and you can test it out percentage wise through there. The next thing, or the final thing that I want to talk about, is the actual benchmarks. Now, like I said, I only tested 3 games: Fortnite, Apex, and Valorant. And I was going to test Rust. I was also going to test Forza, but those games are a little bit different, and not everybody plays those games. And to be honest with you, I don't really have other games to test. I could have tested Warzone or like Call of Duty, but I didn't really feel like it's worth, especially if those settings already are implemented into that game. Especially like Rust doesn't have it, but Call of Duty Vanguard does. So if you want to test that, you can test those games out. But for me, I just tested Fortnite, Valorant, Apex, because that's what most of my videos have been about. It's Apex. I've done FPS boost sets for that, and Fortnite, and then Valorant. But anyways, let's get into this. I've been rambling too much. So we have Apex, Fortnite here. Let's open these up real quick. So this is Apex Legends. Now, one thing I want to say right now, the numbers that you see here are subject to change whether or not you optimize your game a lot, or you do like an auto exec, or you follow my guide that I did a couple months ago for Apex. It might be different because of updates and stuff they add to like new seasons, but this is what it looks like. This is what the test I did yesterday. So image scaling, you can see was at 20%, and you can see the FPS was at about 133. And you can see the 1% lows, and the 2.2% lows are better than the default. Makes sense, right? The resolution is lower. You can see we have about a 15 FPS increase or 16 FPS increase here, and then the 1% lows are better. So, in reality, you should probably be using this if you're playing Apex Legends because I feel like if you don't care about the quality of your game, you shouldn't care about turning. You should probably want to turn this on because you're most likely going to want your more performance and less input lag because usually when you lower your resolution, you're going to get less input lag and you're going to get higher FPS. So you're going to get competitive advantage over everybody. But like I said, I did this test for 60 seconds. All I did was go in the firing range and I shot the targets that are around the map. That's all I did. I didn't move around really that much at all, and that's all I did. And here's a test. I mean, there's really nothing else to say about that. For Fortnite, the test was a little bit different. I feel like if I just turned the image scaling down in the actual game, I think I would get the same FPS as I do here. Now, I do want to say the quality difference when you do image scaling through Fortnite, the actual game, versus Nvidia is way different. Like the FPS, like I said, would be about the same, if not better, probably through Fortnite's thing. I think I did the test a couple days ago and it was at like 146. So for this, you'd get like a 2 FPS increase. Not worth it, if especially if you get a little bit better quality, like I said, with the image scaling that Fortnite has implemented in their game, or like the render resolution or whatever it's called. I would recommend just using that. Like I said, I recommend 80%. And that's if I use 80% on this, if I tested this, the numbers would probably be about the same as the image scaling. But you can see the 1% lows and the 0.2% lows are way different compared to these two. Like the average FPS, they're not, I mean, 8 FPS, that's a pretty big jump, but not that big noticeable. But the 1% lows and the 0.2% lows, you'll notice those ones. And so if you worry about that, then I recommend image scaling. And you can see I did a benchmark map, the same one I did in my custom resolution video or custom ISO video. And the final one is Valorant. Now you can see default is actually better than image scaling in this, but you can look at the 1% lows and the 0.2% lows. You see those are a little bit better on the image scaling, which makes sense. Now for Valorant, it's more of a CPU bound game. It doesn't use a lot of your CPU or your GPU for Valorant, so you're not going to really notice that big of a difference in changes like this. I would recommend, if you want to, just keep it on default, or if you want to test it yourself and see if it's better for you, you can. But for Valorant, it's not going to be the same. And if you play Counter-Strike, it's probably going to be the same result as this. You'll probably have better in default than image scaling, but that's just how that is. The final thing I want to talk about, now that we're done with the benchmarks, is the actual GPU driver, because a guy on my Discord a guy on my Discord was talking to me last night about whether or not it's worth actually updating to the newer drivers, just because of, if you update to the newest drivers, your performance will be less and your input lag may increase and it may not be the greatest thing ever. And, like I said, I've recommended 457.30 and also like 441.41. I recommended a bunch of different resolutions, or not resolutions, graphics drivers in my older videos. And to be honest with you, the difference you really notice, there isn't really a big difference that you notice in terms of performance. At least I haven't. So I would try it out. If you don't want to try it out, you don't have to try it out. I mean, the image scaling really isn't that big of a deal unless you want to play a game that you know will have an increase, like the Apex Legends had a huge increase turning it on. So I would recommend, if you play Call of Duty, like Warzone or Apex Legends or Rust, I'd recommend trying it, because those are games that I feel like those would have massive improvements compared to like Fortnite. Fortnite's optimized pretty well. I don't think you have to worry about that. Same with Valorant and Forza and those games like that. You don't have to worry too much about image scaling. But the whole graphics driver thing, yes, graphics drivers, certain ones are better than other ones. That's a fact, a known fact. But at the same time, if you care about the features that are implemented in the newer drivers over the performance that you get with older drivers, I'd recommend going with the newer drivers if you cared for something like that. Because I know there's a couple features that they've added recently, like shader cache they've added recently. They've also added things like the image scan, like I said. And I think there's a couple other ones. There's like background max FPS you can set now, and some other features that are improved. And then they're probably going to add more and more to the NVIDIA control panel as the years go on. So it's all up to you. There'll probably be better drivers out there that have better performance. And to be honest with you, I haven't really seen a benchmark channel or somebody that has tested out the newer drivers versus the older drivers. To be honest with you, that's probably a good video I should probably make, is testing out the older drivers versus the newer drivers, and to see if there really is that big of a difference when it comes to FPS. Now, input lag, that's going to be the hardest thing to test, because you can't really test input lag unless you have a monitor that can test the input lag, or one of those programs where you can test click to latency, click to actual like render latency. It's kind of hard to do that. Now I know Fortnite has its own render latency thing, but you can't really get an average from it because there's no benchmark tool for it. Like CapFrame X doesn't allow you to do that. So I think if I could figure out a way to do that, I definitely would when it comes to input lag. But FPS, I'm down to test that out. If I were to do it, I'd probably test 457 point, I think it's 30, 441.41, and then there's like I think there was one more that I had in my other video that I don't remember the number. And then I'd probably test the newest driver that's out right now or at the time of that video. And then maybe like a couple other old drivers with image scaling maybe turned on. But I think that's pretty much all I gotta say here. I think that's what I'm gonna do though at some point. Let me know guys if you guys want to see that. I will try to make that. If I do plan on making that, it probably won't be made until a week later from this video, just because I feel like it's gonna take a lot of time to test that stuff out. Because downloading drivers, importing the files for your NVIDIA settings and stuff like that takes a really long time. So I'll test it out if you guys want me to, and I will. But anyways, hope you guys like this video. I hope this helped you. If you want me to test other games or you want me to even go into a specific game for you, if I have the game, just let me know in the comments. And what I'll do is I will open that game for you, test it for you for a second, and then um I'll tell you the FPS that I got, like the average, the 1%, and the 0.2% lows. I will give you those numbers once I test it out. And just let me know, and I will do that. But anyways, hope you guys like this video. Like and subscribe for more videos, and peace out.